Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Swastik. So this is the video in which I'm going to review my newly purchased Kindle 10th generation, and this is the 6-inch variant, as you can see. So without any delay, let's get started. Okay, so this is the device. As you can see, this is very small. As you can see, this is the size of my hands, and I can actually easily fit it between both of my fingers like this. So it is not a very big device, I would say. And to give you a very frank size comparison, this is my smartphone. This is my Poco X3 and this is the Kindle. So as you can see, you can compare the size between both of them. So this is the length comparisons. As you can see, my Poco X3 is taller than the Kindle, and if you want to have a comparison of the width, so as you can see, I would say that the Kindle is 1.5 times more in width than my Poco X3. So that doesn't at all make this device a bulky device. It is fully made up of plastic. Everything what you can touch over in this device is made up of plastic. That includes the back cover, that includes the front cover, that includes the panel itself. And if you want to have a physical overview, you have a micro USB port for charging, and you have a power on off button. That is the one and only switch you have in this Kindle. And there is a small light indicator that actually indicates the battery while it is charging. So it actually lights up in yellow while it is charging, and it actually lights up in green after it has completely been charged. So this is the screen. So the screen doesn't turn off, it is the technology. So this is the screen. I'm going to come into the screen quality after a few minutes, so wait for that. So I am going to divide this video in between the advantages and the disadvantages, and I have made a list about that in my laptop. So you can actually have a look at the advantages and disadvantages, and if the disadvantages doesn't bother you, then you can of course go ahead and buy the Kindle for your own reading purpose. So let's get started. Okay, so coming to the advantages, the first advantage I want to point out about this Kindle is its battery life. Oh my god, this has an amazing battery life. So I have been using this Kindle for over more than 4 days, and I had actually completely charged the device after I actually unpacked it. So right now, if I turn on the screen, and this actually tells me that it's waking up, and it takes a little bit of time. And now if I check the battery life, it is at 93%. So in 4 days it has only consumed 7% of battery. So you can understand, and it's not that it's lying still. I have read books in it for more than 2 hours in a day. So 4 into 2, that becomes 8. So after actually reading books for more than 8 hours, this actually consumes only 7% of its battery. So this has its reason. It only consumes battery for 2 reasons. The first reason is if you are using the backlit display, it has a backlit display. So the first thing what consumes your battery is its backlit display, and the second thing what consumes its battery is when you are turning pages and when you are doing interactive things like going into the settings and changing different things, going into the book contents, scrolling through books and those kind of stuffs. If it is at a single page, it consumes 0 battery life, and that is the advantage of having this kind of a screen in this system. And so as I've told you, battery life is amazing. If reading is your hobby and you also have got another things to do, and you only read in the range of 2 to 3 hours in a day, then you can easily expect for around 10 days of battery life from this device, from my average calculations. So battery life is a big thumbs up. Coming to the next very big advantage for a device like Kindle is that it is distraction free. So the only thing what this device can do is that it can help you read books, nothing else. You can also read books in your mobile phone, you can read it on your laptop, but while you're using a mobile phone, you actually are prone to a lot of distractions like WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter and those kind of social media applications. And once you are reading book, a single notification from any of your social media accounts can actually block you from reading and directly change your track from reading to browsing these social media feeds and those kind of stuff, if you can understand. So if you buy a device like Kindle, this is going to be a very good distraction free device. And if you don't keep your smartphone around you while you are reading, then you will have a very good reading time with this device. And as I've mentioned, you can only read books. You can't watch videos in it, you can't browse through Netflix, you can't browse through Instagram. The only thing this is made for is reading. So if you keep away your smartphone while you're reading, you will have a very good time reading. That is one more big advantage. So coming to the next very big advantage of this Kindle device. So this Kindle, if you don't know, is wholly manufactured by Amazon and sold by Amazon only. So that being said, if you buy this device from Amazon actually offers a 10-day refund policy. So you can actually buy this device for yourself, and if you're not satisfied with this device, you can easily send this device back to Amazon and ask for a refund. So that is a very good way. A lot of people actually don't buy these kind of things because they actually are not sure for themselves, like if they want this device or if they will be able to take the advantage of a device like this. So now, if you didn't know by now, Amazon actually, by this time I'm recording this video, Amazon actually has a full 10-day refund policy for this device, and you can actually check it out for yourself. You can buy it from Amazon, and if you like it, you can keep it, and if you don't like it, or if you want to upgrade to a better variant, you can send this device back to Amazon and they'll provide you with an entire free refund. That's a very good thing. That actually gives the customer a confidence of going for the product. There has been a lot of situations in which a lot of customers were not able to buy a product or didn't buy a product just because they were not sure that if they need the product. So it might be possible that once they buy the product, they will get used to it and they will use it forever. But as they are not sure about whether they will be able to take the full advantage of the device they're going to purchase, they just don't purchase it. So Amazon actually, by providing a 10-day refund policy for this device, actually has eliminated that possibility of users not buying the device just because they don't know if they need it or not. So yes, if you want this device, if you just want to have a look at it, you can just buy it from Amazon, and if you like it, you can keep it. Otherwise, you can just send it back to Amazon. It's as simple as that. Okay, the next very big advantage is that this has a backlit display, as I previously mentioned. So the backlighting can actually go, the backlighting level, the display brightness actually can go to pretty dull at night. At 1, it is pretty dull, and you can actually read books at night when the room is completely dark. And yes, if you want to read books at night, you can do so, but backlighting being another advantage. I remember that the Kindle 6th generation or the 5th generation didn't even have a backlight, but this one has. So consider its pricing. This I have actually, the MRP during the Republic Day sale, as I've previously mentioned in my unboxing video, was about 6,800 rupees, and I have actually purchased it for 5,100 considering the 10% discount on SBI credit cards. So for 5,000 rupees, I feel that this is a very compelling deal. If you find it in that kind of price point, I would say that yeah, you can go with this device if you have a passion, if you are passionate about reading. Okay, so now I'm coming to the disadvantages. So disadvantage number 1. So the most annoying thing what I found about this device is that its sharpness. So if you want to know about the PPI of this device, this actually has a 167 PPI. So the pixel per inch on this device is actually 167. So before buying this device, while I was researching about this device, I knew that this has a PPI of about 167. That is not a lot. So I thought that might not be a problem for me, as this is a device which will only help you to read. You will not be able to watch videos, or in this you will not be able to view photos, you will not be able to consume media on this. So I thought that the PPI, the pixel per inch, the requirement for me in a device like this will not be that much high. But let me tell you that I am actually used to reading books on my smartphone. I actually use this Kindle app on my smartphone to read books, and my smartphone, which is the Poco X3, has a PPI of around 350, I guess. So I am actually used to reading books here. And after I actually shifted from this Poco X3 to this Kindle, I found a difference of about hell and heaven with this device. And I was thinking like कि ये इतना dull क्यों है, इतना unsharpened क्यों है. तो then I realized कि yeah, that is only because of the PPI. It has only 167. So unless and until you actually increase the size of the text to a very large size, and if you actually keep the font size to about, I would say 5 to 10, then I would say that you will be able to notice a lack of sharpness in this device, and that actually makes me go back always when I actually use this Kindle device to my smartphone. Because when I'm reading in my smartphone, if you keep the distraction aside, when I'm reading in my smartphone, this is actually a much better smoothing experience to the eye. And the Kindle Paperwhite version, which is the upgraded version to this one, actually has a PPI of 300. I would say that if you are a person who actually previously used to reading physical textbooks, then I would actually tell you to buy this device from Amazon and check if this device actually suits your needs, or if you are finding that sharpening issue to your eye. But I would say that if you are actually that kind of a person who actually is very used to reading books from your mobile just like me, then I would say that this is not the device for you. So because the mobile smartphone PPI, what you get here is a very big number. 300 to 400 PPI in smartphone in these days is a very common thing. And if you are actually used to reading in that kind of a PPI, pixel per inch density, then I would say that this will be a very terrific experience for you. And this was for me, because sharpening is a very big issue. I thought that before buying this device, you might think that yeah, क्या ही होगा, बुक्स ही तो पढ़ना है, मीडिया कंज्यूम तो कर नहीं पाएंगे, वीडियोस देख नहीं पाएंगे, तो पीपीआई का काम किस बात का. लेकिन बट आई एक्चुअली डिड द सेम मिस्टेक, एंड नाउ आई एम कंसिडरिंग ऑफ रिटर्निंग दिस डिवाइस and going for the upgraded version to this one, that is the Paperwhite version. But the Paperwhite version actually retails for around 12,000 rupees, and this I found at around 5,000 rupees. So that is more than double the price, and that actually makes it a hard sell for that product in the Indian market. Coming to the next very big disadvantage is that this actually is a base variant, and this doesn't have a dark mode. So the dark mode is present in the Kindle Paperwhite version, and the dark mode actually is very favorable at night times. While the room is completely dark, you actually as I previously mentioned, that the screen can go to pretty dull at times at night, and that too is not sufficient enough. As I previously mentioned, I have been reading books on my mobile, and my mobile actually has the Kindle dark mode. If you go to layout, you can actually select this dark theme over here, and as you can see, the white theme background actually became a dark one. So this convenience is present on my smartphone Kindle app, but this is not present on this Kindle device. This is actually present in the Kindle Paperwhite version, and that retails for around 13,000 rupees. That actually is reselling for more than double the price on this one. So that actually makes that product a very hard sell in the Indian economy, I would say that, because nobody in Indian economy, the average person will not spend around 13,000 rupees behind a Kindle, because they actually don't know about the Kindle ecosystem and those kind of stuff, because they feel that if you are spending money on something, you must be able to do a lot of things in that. So if they are spending around 13,000 rupees on a Kindle, they will be spending that money in a tablet, in an Android tablet, better off, because that can actually do a lot of things, and this Kindle can only read books, and that tablet actually will have a same PPI like the Kindle device, 300 as I've mentioned, and that is going to have the dark mode and those kind of stuff as well. The only thing that will be missing in the tablet will be the battery life, and the only disadvantage the tablet will be going to have is the distraction, because that is going to run all of your social media and those kind of stuffs. Okay, so I would like to mention one thing in the last. Before buying this device, I was actually very skeptical about the synchronizing issues with this Kindle device and my smartphone. So I have actually read a lot of books on my smartphones, and I actually read a lot of books on my smartphone, and I actually have more than 5 to 6 books going. I'm reading through 5 to 6 books continuously in my Kindle device, and I was very skeptical about the synchronizing issues, because if you don't know, if you are reading books on your Kindle app, you can highlight things. It actually preserves the page number for you. It actually preserves the themes and the font size and those kind of stuff for you for when you reopen the app for the next time. And I was thinking that as this is a Kindle, this doesn't run on Android, whether those things will be synchronized here. But I was very shocked to see that yes, it is completely synchronized. Even the font size is synchronized in this Kindle device. If I increase the small font size in this Kindle app, that is going to automatically increase the font size in the smartphone, and each and every page is being synchronized. The bookmarks are completely up to date all the time. If you are actually reading a book on your Kindle and then you actually shift to your smartphone, it actually is going to give you that option to whether you would like to go to that exact same page to where you left up on your Kindle, or it is going to ask you that whether you want to stay in the same page as you were in your smartphone. So yes, Amazon has actually integrated that part, the synchronizing issues between both the devices, pretty well, I would say, and that is not an issue. If you are concerned about that, don't be, because the synchronizing issues works great on this between the Kindle edition, the original Kindle, and the smartphone app. That is a very big thing. And another disadvantage just came into my mind. So I am that kind of a person who actually reads books from my smartphone, and if I actually find a very interesting line and I find a line which I like a lot, I actually select that line and actually tweet it then and there. So I just copy it from the book and I open my Twitter app and actually tweet it then and there. So that is what I do, so that those works can be preserved in my Twitter account, and whenever I open my Twitter page, my profile, I actually get a list of all those lines like that. So if you are that kind of a person who actually tweets then and there while reading a thing, then that is going to be not possible if you are using this Kindle tablet. So yes, just keep it in mind, you will not be able to tweet things then and there if you are actually using this Kindle thing, this Kindle tablet. So that is it for this video. Those were all my advantages and disadvantages. So if you have got any questions, just let me know them in the comment section given below. And if this video has helped you for whatever reasons, or if you have made up your mind to buy a Kindle, or made up your mind not buy this Kindle and go for the upgraded version, that is the papered version, do let me know them in the comment section given below. And if you have got any personal questions as such, you can always reach me out on Instagram or Twitter, link in the description box given below. And that is it. That's for all this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.